Hello everyone and welcome to Race Week once again. For those of you that are returning viewers, thank you very much for tuning in. For those of you new here, my name's Harry Palmer. I'm a long course British professional triathlete and I'm racing the Challenge Championships this weekend, which is the biggest race of my life. So this video is all about going through a few different bits that I'm focusing on to fully optimize myself for race day, and let's just dive straight into it. Now, first thing to check off the to-do list is cook up these puppies and heat mold them. For anyone who doesn't know, these are the Bont Zero Plus cycling shoes. They're incredibly popular in both cycling and triathlon. You'll see loads of athletes like, for example, Jan Frodeno uses them, Lionel Sanders, Daniel Baekkegard, a number of other athletes, but in the cycling world as well, people like Alex Dowsett and lots of other cyclists. So they're an incredibly popular shoe. However, the shoe that I was using before was also incredibly popular. It's the new Shimano S-Fires. And honestly, I absolutely love these shoes. I got these shoes from BW Cycling and they are incredible. I think they look fantastic. They are super stiff. The issue is, as you can probably tell on the video here, there's quite a big difference in width. Now I've got very wide feet and these Shimano S-Fires unfortunately were just not wide enough for me, and I was getting some hot spots and it just wasn't that comfortable. It's really unfortunate because I absolutely love the look of this shoe, but also the feel of this shoe as well. But for long periods of time, I was just getting a little bit of feet pain. Essentially, they're a fantastic shoe. I've just got fat feet. So I need these, and I gotta say a massive shout out to the guys at Bonk because they sent me these shoes to try out. I've been testing them, I absolutely love them. The perfect thing about these as well is you can heat mold them, which means if you have a part of your foot that is slightly peculiar or you need to lock down slightly more in a particular section, you can, and that's exactly what we're gonna do today. While those bad boys are cooking, I thought I would kind of explain myself a little bit. Essentially, the last month or so, I know that I feel like I've not necessarily been that engaging, and I've not put in an incredible amount of effort into these videos and engaging with you guys. And obviously the race day video, or the race day from Marbella, yeah, it was less than ideal. Didn't go well. For those of you that don't know, it was a DNF. It was pretty crap. And obviously these things happen, but there's lots of stuff going on in the background. Essentially, yeah, one of these things is that Lydia and myself have recently broken up. That was a 6.5 year relationship, which was absolutely incredible. And I absolutely love her to bits, and I wish her the absolute best. And I want her to be incredibly happy with whatever she's doing. She absolutely deserves everything she wants out of this life. And yeah, I want her to obviously, like I said, be happy. And so it just wasn't quite right. And that's definitely something that's been sort of, I guess, eating away at me slightly. And I wasn't actually really going to sort of talk about it in the video because I thought, well, it's not really anyone's business, doesn't really matter. But actually, for some reason, just like wording it and getting it out there and almost getting it off my chest, and it's a weight off my shoulders, like it mentally makes me feel a little bit more at ease with things. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if that makes any sort of sense whatsoever, but essentially that's kind of been keeping me a bit down in the dumps recently. But we're moving forward, we're getting positive, we're getting our shit together because it's race week and we've only got 4.5 minutes until these shoes are cooked, so let's crack on. So I'll be testing these shoes a bit later on the bike, make sure the fit's all good. I'm going to Castle Combe with Brett. They've got their open evenings every Tuesday now, which is awesome. And we're going to be doing a little bit of a prep brick session ahead of this weekend. That's the next thing on the to-do list. This thing here, which for those of you that don't know, is an X-Lab Torpedo Aero bottle. Now the normal bottle does come with some straps, but I just got the replacement kit because the bars are slightly different, the ones that I've got right now and the setup that I'm going through. So if you come with me, we're gonna go and I'm gonna explain how this is gonna sit on the bike and the reasoning behind it. Here she is, cannot wait to get her out on the track this evening. Fingers crossed the weather stays all right, but essentially what we want is we're gonna have the aero bottle on the down tube there, that's 500 ml. I also mentioned about potentially zip tying a bottle cage here, so a bottle that's going to be 500 ml can sit there. However, that's a bit of a bodge, and I thought, you know what, we can do slightly better. I got this idea from Brett Halliwell. He does exactly the same, the bloke that's going to be joining me at the track tonight. So essentially what we're going to do, cut down this little nib bit because it's bloody massive. It's going to be poking me in the eye. Essentially, that's going to sit, if I can try and do it with one hand, under here. I'm then going to zip tie it around the poles, and then underneath I'm going to carbon wrap it so it's almost like an aero fairing. I'll put a photo on the screen of what it will look like. Essentially, a lot of people, you see that they almost like duct tape or electrical tape around here just to fill in this gap here to make it a lot more aerodynamic. So essentially what this is essentially going to do that, but it's going to hit two birds with one stone because it's going to make it more aerodynamic, but it's also going to be obviously a source of hydration. You can fit 760 ml in here, so it's a decent amount, and it also means I don't need to get out of the bars at all. So this is the thing, the Challenge Champs is such a flat race. If you can make sure that you're in the bars for as long as possible, you're going to be minimizing the amount of effort that you need to go through, and so that's really the goal. I've got 750 ml there, 500 ml there, and I'll figure out what I'm doing behind there, whether I just grab a bottle on the go and fill this thing up on the fly, or whether I do something behind the saddle. Not 100% sure. I'm gonna be late, so we need to go and check in with Brett and get the session done. How you feeling, mate?
I feel good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I feel alright.
When's your next race?
June the 11th at Challenge Wales.
Sweet as.
Yes.
Should be a good one.
So,
yeah, should be really good. Yeah. We've got a brick session. Can you remember the session? Because I can't.
so the bike is like an hour and 5 in total with 3 blocks of 2 minutes FTP, 4 minutes race pace, 2 minutes FTP, and 5 minutes recovery between the sets.
Cool.
Straight into a run of 1 kilometre at around 320k pace, a kilometre at 330k pace, and then 90 seconds, and then 800 at 330, 90 seconds, 600 at 330, 90 seconds, 400 at 330, 90 seconds. Then a few k warm down.
Yeah, sweet.
Job done.
How much hate I'm going to get around the track for wearing this.
Back in loads, mate.
Yeah, and I mean it is full on race setup, which is a little bit lame, but got to test it at some point, haven't you? And you'll also notice some new power meter pedals. I got the Favero Asioma pedals, which are lovely, and I have been testing them out and I've been really impressed, and I'll be doing a specific video with these in the next few days with James when we're out in San Marin. Awesome session tonight with Brett, feeling a lot more confident now. Position on the bike felt really good. It was nice to sort of dial it in with the helmet outside, see what it's like actually out on the road. It's very, you know, it's all well and good doing it on the turbo, but it's going to feel very different out on the road. And if you can hold good position, it feels relatively comfortable. You can hold good power, you can breathe properly. All these things are good signs that it's a good position, and I had all those good signs, so it's really positive. All that I need to do now is hold it for 90k. Easy. Easy. That's going to be interesting, but no, it's feeling really good. It's feeling quick, and like I said, I can put out good power. I feel controlled, which is really, really nice. So all the numbers there were good. If anything, I was riding a bit too high, but don't tell the coach. And then run off, again, really, really good, really strong. First K 3:14s. It was a bit fast, then 3:27s, and then we kind of settled in like, yeah, around there, 3:20s ish, 3:25s for the rest of the reps. Like nothing too crazy this evening, just revving the engine as we normally do leading up to the race. Really looking forward to the weekend, and just kind of gonna dial everything in over the next few days. And James and I will be doing a sort of race build week kind of vlog series. I have no idea if that made any sense, but we'd be doing that sort of thing. I'll be talking more about the power meter that I've got, the Favero Asiomas. They are absolutely incredible pedals, but I won't talk too much about them in this video. We're going to do a whole specific video about that. And the next video, we will be live from San Marin. Well, we won't be live, but we'll be in San Marin. So I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks so much, everyone, for all the support you give me. Please do continue to support, like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't done already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.